Hey Derek, were you guys in the stream I was just doing? Oh, I guess so. Well, first it said very bad connection, and then it put up a big warning that said the stream was closed for complaints of guideline violations or copyright violations. So, what was I doing wrong? Cussing? All of my videos are set for adults only. Yeah, YouTube shut it down. Dragon said for complaints of violations of copyright or YouTube guidelines. Oh, I didn't think about that. I thought you could just walk through a place, though. I was just walking around. I only showed it maybe 5 seconds. Who knows? I'll see what it sends me. Hey there. You're a good boy. Oh, he's coming over. He usually doesn't. You're getting to know me now? You're a good boy. What's your name? It's something like Buster Brown or something like that. You a good boy? Oh, I know you weren't going to come. You're just a tease. You're just a tease. Yeah, you are. I bet you're waiting on your supper. I bet you go home with somebody at night, don't you? This place is cool. Really cool. I saw it on a listing, and I guess it was an old listing. Look at those date palms getting ready to bloom up there. And they have a palm tree that overwinters here. Can you believe that in Tennessee? 2 of them there. This was for sale for $140,000, I think. That couldn't have been right, but I guess it was an old listing. Well, you can only get like 2 or 3 strikes like that. I think this is like a place to see. This just goes on and on and on and on. There's so much to see and do here, and then there's stuff behind that door back there. Oh, look at this tree. What was what, Alice? This is really temperature cool because of the shade and the cool water. They've got little, these plants might live on there. They don't usually like that much water though. Yeah, it is a cypress. My neighbor has a huge one in his yard. It's in a bucket. 2 people could run with that. I know they have a lot of students and volunteers, and so that's why all the artsy stuff. I bet it's really cool at night with these lights on. Ro was going to get me a cutting of some plant hanging basket last time, but we forgot it. We got outside and then remembered it. A lot of work putting all those rocks in. We have a lot of rocks here, I'll tell you that. There's the pig house over there, whatever that is. No, you can rent that, I think. That's like a pavilion. I see a gas grill in there. Where is it? Yeah, back in there, there's a gas grill. I guess you can rent that right above the pig lot. Yeah, I'm on Top Chat, I'm sure. Probably was the whole time the other time. Somebody lives above here, or they could, that's for sure. Wow. Is it 6 o'clock yet?
I think a
Almost.
minute or two.
I was making him talk. He's got the coolest accent. It's got Tennessee twang, but it's definitely got Australian, British something in it. Because I thought he was from down under. Well, if that's a copyright strike, it's been nice knowing y'all. Open. Open, open. Oh. There's nobody in that truck over there. What time is it really? 6:01. I guess I'm gonna need one. I wish I knew what time Ponds and Plants closes, because it's like a 30-minute drive. But, it's not like... So hang on, guys. Get my seatbelt on. Don't get my Medicare numbers, Pam. Candy, don't try to use that Medicare. Thank you. All right. It's telling me not to back up, but I don't know why. They have a bunch of fish in there. And all of that area back there, we didn't even see any of that. This and all back through there. Haven't even seen a fourth of this yet, I don't think. I'm dying to know if I got that slow children at nature play. Okay. Look over there, how nice that looks. It's like a little hobbit land with fake critters and stuff in there. And it's how pretty the grass is. What's going on? We were Tiffany, and then YouTube shut me down for Candy cussing again. Oh yeah, he gave me that plant. Sorry guys, I just have the two hands. Those fish are all crowded up in there, but they're okay. He put those fish in there with that moss. He gave me that whole great big thing of moss, whatever it is, peacock moss, or he gave it all to me. I hope my fish are okay. I guess they are. What a deal. He did that before, I think. Obviously, he doesn't own it, so he doesn't care. Got duckweed. Yeah, everything had duckweed. He asked me if I wanted some free duckweed, and he was serious. He's and in the breeding tanks. I'm like, no, I've got duckweed. I'll probably put it out in the pond or just flush it. Sorry, guys. This is as bumpy as it looks like it is. Here's the pigs. They've moved out onto the side of the hill. See, I used to have I'm about out in the woods. There. In my previous vehicle, I had the shifter in the console. There's Bigfoot again. And I could attach bags like that to it so they wouldn't go all over, but I've got my sanitizer there. All right. Well, I guess I should end this because it's just going to be like interstate driving. And I'm going to try to get to, well, I have to because I have to get in my phone to find directions to get to that other place. I could wait and go tomorrow. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll wait and go tomorrow because it's 6 and I'll be home by 7. If you guys want, I'll leave this on driving home, but I guess I'll get something from YouTube telling me what my Okay. You're welcome, Brandon. I'm going to shut it down. It is Candy. Oh, Candy sent me a message and says it's closed. Aquatic Aesthetics. Thank you, Candy. I just happened to see that pop up. Good. Good, good. So I'm going the right way. I'm going back home. I used to think, and I used to look for things like that, the log cabin kind of things. Those things are expensive, though. When I moved back from Florida, I got out of the mood for that right away. Those are real popular there, the Memorial Cemeteries, Brave Memory Gardens. All of those people, they're in the ground unaware of all this stuff going on. Probably. Probably. There's Walmart. Hey, I would give $1 for a Coke. Phew. I usually have, let me look. Let me look. No, I've got a cozy in there from Susan for SLC Aquatics, but I don't have any water or anything in there. Didn't replenish my supply. Bojangles. TVA Credit Union. Or Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union. I've been at that Burger King. It's one of the best ones. In fact, I used to bring my dog over here to the old Burger King years ago. Had a Dalmatian Mastiff, not a Dalmatian, a Bloodhound Mastiff, named Libby Lucci. I put her in the back of my little old commuter car, my little Mercedes diesel, and bring her over on Sundays. We'd go through the drive-thru and they'd make her a Whopper or whatever. And they'd argue over who would give it to her. It wasn't wrapped, they just handed it to her one bite. Those were softer, gentler times. Or whatever Butch said. There's your shed, Sean. You got yours going though now. You don't need a shed. There's the sleep ins. Dang. I think Waffle House is takeout only. McDonald's is open and doing plenty of business. Home stage auction. It's a big ass mirror. Zaxby's. That's where not that one, but where I've been in line live streaming before. Zaxby's Chicken. They have some good stuff. They're a little pricey, but good salads and stuff. Historic downtown. We could surprise Ed. We could roll up to Ed's place and embarrass him. 3-minute car wash. Huh, in the middle of the traffic triangle. It's interesting. If I get back in time, I can still go through the car wash, but I don't want to. Wonder what else is in that bag that is on those plants and stuff. I'll have to check it out close. Yeah, I don't care about the duckweed because I already have that, but I can't hardly keep it grown. I scoop it out and put it in that 180 and it's gone in 5 minutes. The Severums love plants, any kind of plant. People fishing. We used to have a bass boat. Alright, it looks like I'm back. I was saying that Ed did pretty good on his stream last night. The only time he seemed like he had any concern or mild alarm was when James put him up by himself. And I figured that James had gone to smoke, but I don't think he had thought about that. I think he was by himself. He had 92 people in there once that I looked. It may have been more. So that was a great turnout. Oh, I thought I'd been back. Yeah, they got me for something. I think it's gone. Ooh, what a nice Thunderbird. We usually have 4 or 5 of us in John's, and we haven't been having but you and me the last couple, and he had over 600 last week. I mean, we did. I don't even try to post links when it's just us. I don't even try. Can't do it. Blythe Ferry. Yep, I remember when there used to be a ferry here when I was a kid. And we sure did come in a car and go across. My mother was driving. I mean, and it wasn't a big ferry either. You could get like 3 or 4 cars on it, but there wasn't hardly any traffic. There weren't hardly any cars. That would have been like 1960 or 62, something like that. And now they have a bridge. Well, over there fishing. Yep, that's the road, guys. I've got it on stationary. Can't help yourself. Well, can I live with you? I miss green this time of year. Sure, Candy. I told you I had 2 empty bedrooms. I'll rent one to you as storage. It'll be cheaper. They probably will. Afraid to show any sign or anything. They said somebody complained. So, I don't know. Use your words, Candy. You don't need watch time, that's for sure. I'm wanting to know why this guy's only going 65. Must be the speed limit. This truck rides smooth because it's so long, but it has great big tires, so much blame. Scott. I have noticed while we're talking about it, not to point anybody out, haven't noticed it recently, but no one types "you-are" Y-O-U apostrophe R-E anymore. Everybody types Y-O-U-R. No one types out "your" for "you are." And I usually type "your" Y-E-R. It's a cool little place, I guess. So I basically live streamed for That other one was over an hour. It's now gone. I see you, Toronto. Candy's in trouble, Pam says. Most people can't see you. I can see you fine. I just have to be looking at it instead of the road. Oh, check this out. It says active call. My phone's gone through the, what you call it, the computer dash. There was my phone number up there. Not that it matters. Ooh, I can mute it. I can do a handset, add a call, hang up. I don't remember the name of this little community here. It's just a wide place in the road. Here's the school, Birchwood. Yeah, Birchwood is nice. Birchwood. Here's the health center back there down that gravel road. My God, it's probably a double wide trailer. Whatever it takes to have one, you know. They don't have a paved road to their health center. That's got to be a swimming pool over there with all that hedge. Would it interrupt the stream? I guess it would. I'm Candy. Are y'all talking to Toronto? Nobody could see him. I've got three hands, Alice. Actually, I'm not using my hand. I've got both my hands on the wheel, Alice. Alice, I am holding it, but I have both my hands on the wheel. Don't judge. Thank you, Thomas. That's a timeout if I ever saw one. Oh, that looked like a kangaroo. Surely not. Buffer, buffer, go away. Whose telephone is that on his screen? It's my telephone. stopped and picked up something somebody put out. Now they live there because she's in the mailbox now. There's that. Hey, Fishy Biz. I'm not looking at the screen very much because technically I'm driving. I glance over every now and then. Wonder if my clip-on thing wouldn't work. That scared me almost as bad as when that turkey gobbled. I bet that's some badass barbecue right there. Oh, I just saw one of those, I think it's called a torch plant or a match plant. It has an orange end, and then around the top of that is yellow. It looks like a giant match. Boom. Hey, Diego, get in. Hey, this is like one of those games, like where you're driving a semi truck or something. It's very realistic, isn't it? That dog is driving. Needs to go on. Now we're back in my county. And now we're in Georgetown. I think that's the road that goes out, maybe not, to the pier. There's a big creek out there that goes in the river. Is that where James works? What was it? Oh, that dollar store? James doesn't live anywhere around here. James lives about half northwest, northeast of here. He's up in Knoxville. He doesn't work at the dollar store, does he? I thought it was, hey Susie, this is one of those gaming apps where it looks like you're driving. You'll watch the replay. I have both hands on the wheel, so all is well. Watch the replay. Now, how come when I'm doing this, people are seeing it's not like there's anything to see? Police cars chasing you coming out of a busted car and get. Y'all are gonna make me wreck talking to me. Let's play the quiet game. Yeah, it must have been when I showed that cartoon and said that's a cool cartoon. Somebody complained because it said somebody reported it for copyright. Bastards. So I don't know. I think you get 3 of those and you're done. I guess I'll go back and tell them it's that I was in a public place, and people asked me what was on the TV. Something. And I've never had a strike against me before. I'm 81 and I've never had a YouTube problem ever. Yeah, I don't have to look to talk, Scott. A bot, I'll throw them out. They sure took their sweet time to get it reported, because that had been like halfway through the stream. I'm using my phone holder thing to hold the phone so I can keep my hand on the steering wheel, both ends. But I also have the phone holder under 3 fingers. Yeah, y'all don't get me in trouble anymore. I'd say I'll get something from them, but I'll show y'all. I bet it was Pam and Candy's mouse. Wow, this drive back has been a fair amount shorter than it usually is because we didn't leave. I've only been driving like we didn't leave. I've only been driving like 35 minutes, and um, it's always 45 minutes to an hour. Of course, I'm not home yet, but yeah, I'm holding my hand up trying to keep y'all from being bounced and jostled so much. Oh, Hopewell School. That's the name of the community I live in. It's Cleveland, but the little sub area is Hopewell or Hopewell. There's a town called Whitwell down near Chattanooga, and people call it Whitwell. Whitwell. It's a water standing for mosquitoes to breed in. Gosh, I wouldn't trust my kids. She wasn't even watching her. People like me on the road. Looked at a house in that subdivision, and there aren't any trees or anything in there. I like my trees, even if they do fall all the time. I just realized people are looking for anybody that's streaming or anything right now, so I'll probably get people in here. Of course, Q knows me, knows my channel. She knows I'm crazy anyway. What'd she say? I'll catch the replay. Which Joel was that, Candy? I saw you said hi, Joel. That'll be all the YouTube buzz now is that I got a copyright strike. What's Bob done now? What's Bob into now? I can't wait to. Oh, I don't have. I started saying I can't wait to get home and have some cheese and tomatoes, but I have to go to the store too. Maybe I'll hold off on that till tomorrow. Been out and exposed enough today. Which Joel is it? That's alright. I can't flip this truck to find out. A good friend of mine lives out there, Layla, where she grew up out there. She's married now to Dr. Mullen. There's a little cemetery by that little subdivision there. That was a field when I first moved here, as was. There's the police. There's Alice in front of us, Popo. As was that right there was a field, but I guess it grew up out here so much we had to have our own fire station. That was all a big field and woods. So was this. That was all just countryside. Since, well, it's been 20 years, but it just seems like it keeps growing and growing. The subdivision here goes way, way back, and there's some big, big houses back there, but they're close together. And up above me, it's hard to show you guys things and drive, even if I am just going 50, 40, 30. That subdivision up there is really nice, but the houses are real expensive and they're close together. And that's what I really like about this neighborhood is the houses have land and they're not. There are some big expensive houses out on the outer perimeter and they have more property than those of us that don't, but it's just not cramped up in here. A neighbor across the street, he was telling me the other day, he came out to talk to me while I was putting my mailbox up, kept his distance, and he was telling me something about, to watch Wheel of Fortune. I think that was night before last, a couple nights ago, which I don't watch. I don't even have a thing to watch Wheel of Fortune with. And he said that Rob's mother-in-law, and Rob was a little boy when I first moved here. So Rob's mother-in-law was going to watch, it was going to be on Wheel of Fortune. Told me her name, but of course I just said okay or gave him a thumbs up. This house never came up for sale, and I would buy it anytime it did and sell mine because I really like the lot. But this is all mine. I've shown y'all that before, I think. I've got a double lot. I've still got a limb to get up there. I don't know who that lady is. She's out walking. She said, get the hell out of his way. Hello. She didn't speak. Oh my God. I did that on purpose. Threw it back as far as it would go. That's my little house. Our neighbor. Mechanical Systems. They're wanting to come out and service my air conditioner. There's my phone bill. Nothing else. Candy, I need you and Sean or Pam, somebody to get here and get my, I forget his name. He's a physician, but he's younger than when I was working in the hospital. come and get the leaves off my roof. See how that? I can't get it. I got the gutters, except that front one right there. I can't reach it, but I got up there and got them. I can't even pay anybody to come and do that. I'm gonna have to get on the house on the back, on the deck. Oh crap! I was gonna get bulbs while I was out too. Bulbs out on the front porch. Oh well, and we are home. 29 people still riding. I can't believe it. Oh, let's see what's going on. That junky garage. It actually looks better than it used to. Since this is a tour, that's little Toby's grave right there at the corner, the post at the corner. I'm famous. Yeah, I know. They come by here with those tour buses and their little maps and stuff. But yeah, that's little Toby's grave right there. What's that, Candy? A quick 20? It's nothing. Can be back to work tomorrow. Little Toby's grave. I've got some of those little cheap picket fence things. Thought about putting them out there because the dogs always go there and pee on that corner. I didn't think about that when I buried him there. Just telling me, you're about to hit, you're about to hit. That's what I want to do is touch it. Just barely. There we go. There we go. Ta-da. Yonder's looking at the ceiling and all that, I know, but I'm trying to pick up these McRocks, or these PetSmart rocks. Whew, I'm glad to be home, but I wish I had some cheese. Oh, look at what I found back in the catacombs. I used to ride that not so long ago. And I'm thinking about giving it a whirl. That's a drum I got from the pet shop to mix my salt water in, but I've never used it for that. Never used it. There's the walker from hip surgery. All the details. That's where the key is, guy, right by the door. I think I put that down before. Hey, Derma Ray. Hey, Holly. Whew. And that's the art gallery. These dogs are not worth a shit. They haven't barked yet. Can you believe that? Dogs. What kind of mess? Let's see, when I left here, your pads were in place. It looks pretty good. Yay. Smells awful bleachy. Comb your hair, Winston. There you go. That was freaky. Like you understood, huh? Got to get rid of this dehumidifier here. Sean, I see you're looking for one, but that one's too smart for me. I can't do it. Can't do it. Always wants to cut off. Let's see what this bag is from. I always love to look at Lucas's bags and say Food Town. I've never been there. Food Town. Hey, Tibby. All right. So one of my, disappeared. He'll stream things last night. And I have found no corpse, so either somebody did get it, or it died and one of the catfish got it, or it's under a rock or something. But I'm thinking about pulling the others out. Dang, he gave me enough stuff to start an aquarium. Look at all that substrate. This dog still haven't barked. 27 people and 31 likes. You know, we had those tornadoes about a week ago or something. And people were saying, did you have any trees? And I told everybody, no, nothing, everything's fine. And that's because this tree that was downed had green leaves on it, and I didn't realize it. So I've got another tree to cut up, or have cut up, and a limb. And those, I think, were already leaning from the last tornadoes. Those are called widow makers. Because when you're cutting them down, they fall on you. Yep. Yeah, that's where I'm going to let you and Sean get up Candy right there because it's not that high. I actually can get that. I can get that with my ladder. But that's, I used to go up there all the time and clean the roof, but that was 20 years ago. Oh, my tree's bent over. I wish Bob would take that tub. I know it does worry you. That's one reason I won't take it down. It took a tornado to take it off there last year, and all it did was take the water and fish out of it. It was sitting right there. It's been running over because of the rain, and then it warmed up, so it's been dripping slow from warming up today. The roses beside it and in it are just about to bloom. There's those little white roses. I've got either blackberries or raspberries. I think they're raspberries all growing there. I used to keep this all mown real pretty, but I decided I like it better like this. Deer jump over the fence all the time and lay in there. It's nothing for them. Oh, I just got a message from the fish people. She just said, we got home late last night and completely forgot about your food or something. Summer tubbing. Hey, Susie, I'm glad you stuck in there. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting one of my little pond pumps or something in here. I've got a couple of those. And putting a pond down here, a bucket. I can't make that fall off there. I guess if I sat on it, I could, but I can't lift it off there. It's on there. And that's wood that's going in the Wood 80. Nope, I'm not Zen. It's been like that for a year. It's been that way since last summer. No way I'm going to lose that water and stuff. It's got leaves down in there. Yeah, okay. But yeah, if I had something down there, even just a 10-gallon something, to let it fall in and then pump it back up there. It doesn't need to be very fast. The only problem is I'll have to put a little screen up there. Yeah, last year before last, it leaned the other way. It was a little more the other way, and the water would drip out in the yard, and I went ahead and put something around it because I forget, somebody was really worried about my Tetris getting out of there, so I put a screen around it. Yeah, that wood just doesn't sink. It's going to be in the 180. The one in the 180 still like it still hadn't sunk down, so that's why I can't finish it up. Yeah, see how brown it is? That's good stuff there. That make those fish pretty. I was trying to see if I could get down without killing myself. It's not that high, I'm just stoved up and old. I don't want to go through all those briars. Hang on a minute. Hold up a minute. Yeah, and this had like literally seven trees on it. I've got a video about it. And this thing, I can't even make this hard. I can't make this move. Whoever built this deck built it to stay. It had the trees on it and it didn't even crack it. So that's where I used to have cats when we didn't have a building to keep the ark stuff in. Now you know what's happening here. I'm about to get covered with ticks. Covered. Poison ivy. And there's those hitchhiker things, we call them. I think they haven't bloomed yet, but they stick to you. These irises are about to bloom. But yeah, ooh, look at all that poison ivy. Yeah, that's not that bad. That pond's not as big as I remember, but it's, think I was told it was 300 gallons. I don't know. It's got a shelf and then it drops down deeper, like 2 feet. But I should get the poison ivy pulled out. And see, there's the little waterfall thing. The rocks have been knocked down by the raccoons and all that stuff, but used to keep a pump, which is probably still in there, and the water trickling. It really sounded nice out here sitting on the deck up there. Dang. Oh, that tree bent my azalea bush. Look at that. Tell you what, it had started blooming. I forgot about it. It's got it all bent down. Dang. You could fix that. The pond, I'll make a deal if you'll do the pond. If you do the roof, you can do the pond. I'm going back and up and reading some of the chat. No, it won't break Zinjan. It almost, we thought it had a hole burst in it. And that was back when Dan Slee used to hang out with us. And he talked to me on a couple of live streams and stuff. And I thought it had a hole through it, but it doesn't. It's even got a hole in the bottom, but evidently it's a good one. It used to be, yeah, definitely. It used to be the tub. See, and it's got an electrical outlet right there for the pump or whatever. I used to have a dog lot up there for my foster puppies and dogs. And because, you know, if you have 10 or 20 or 15, whatever, you can't have all that in the house. So had 2 dog houses and a 100 by 50 foot lot. But when those people built that big house, you can see the roof line back there. They didn't like it because it was on some of their property. That huge cedar tree is where my line stops. But see, they went and made the line on further back. They didn't want to put their line down that close to me. Whatever. There's so many birds right now. They're migrating through, I know, but this is the way it used to be. Hear all the birds? There are 50% less birds the last 50 years because of all the pesticides and poisons and all that. I don't see any mosquito larvae. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah. I've got some of those. Yeah, and I see mosquito there too. They haven't found me yet, but yeah, they're just young mosquitoes yet. But yeah, see, this has stone around it, all the way around it. It's got pushed back away from the plastic rim, but I really should get out here and just go ahead and get poison ivy. Yeah, I remember I used to sit on the side of it with my feet in there. It'd be hot and work around it and clean around it. I might do that again. It'd be nice. Why couldn't I use a weed eater on that? I could. Oh, cool. Yeah, my neighbor across the street, the bluebirds had nested in his mailbox post and he pulled their nest out. I'm like, what a dick. I don't like them in there. They poop and I'm like, they'll be gone in 2 weeks. Looking to see how many young ticks are crawling on me. I don't see any, but when I get inside, there's my mask hanging out. When I get inside, I need to bring the riding mower up here into this. When I mowed the other day, I just did a little bit up that side and stopped. I need to come on up into this and get the weed eater out here. Yeah, this is a really cool cat house. my niece's husband now, back when they were dating in high school, he and his grandfather, long since dead, built this for me so I could keep lots of cats. And there's a downstairs door and an upstairs door. And then this run came out to this big room that was enclosed. And shelves, so there's still one of them there. There's shelves all around, ledges all around the cats could sit up on, which increased their real estate. And I'd have boards across, see, stuff like that. And we put a tree in the middle. We built it around a tree, and so they could scratch on the tree. And of course they didn't want to because they had one and they wouldn't do it. You know how they like furniture. And that's a box that I had out here, that I ran extension cord from over there. Could have a cat in there. There was one cat at the end when I was using this that wouldn't sleep in the cat house, and so I had it a heating pad in there. And let's see, this is my land, obviously. There's the crab apples. Cat house, you got it. And they used to kid me in the rescue. Wow, this stuff has gone crazy. I think that's catnip or mint. Who knows plants? It's one of the two. Because I had some plants of it and it, yep, you know me. I do have to get back here and grease up with some that stuff that'll kill more birds. But oh, Mitch, the one that built this, he's probably 40 now, 38, 40. Came and put this big boulder thing here because the house started sliding. It was moving. I don't know why, but it was kind of sliding. This is an incline, and he put that there to stop it. Cathode, hear it here. Cathode rays. I think that was a typo. TV doesn't have anything to do with it, but that tree was a big full tree, and look, there's nothing left of it now from the tornadoes. All of this was thick woods back here. You couldn't see the sky. I mean, it was like that over there. Craziness. Wish somebody knew what kind of plant that was. Oh. Let me see if I smell it, and I'll know it's mint. Well, it's mint. That's what it is. It's everywhere. Look at that. I didn't know it would spread like that. Anybody want some mint? Look at it. It's all up through there. It's catnip or mint. I guess it's mint. Seems like I thought I put catnip out here and it ended up being mint. Huh. And it got one of those honeysuckle bushes. And I see it's even got a baby that came up inside the cat house. Nature always has its way. Oh, we put the stepping stones down in there, the brick things. And see the trees grown more since then, and it's pushed them up. I probably need to get in there and salvage, clean all that out. I need to get this all out of here. That was the door. Used to keep, well, there is the bench still over there. The wood's gone off of it, and go in there and sit with the kitties. I've got a new wagon that I have to assemble, and I hope to before the season's over, but that one won't roll anymore. It's froze up. So, well, Candy, when you and Zen come, Sean, whoever, that needs to go. I hope this is not locked. It's not. Let me show you how cool this is. Oh, something's been chewing on it. It may have squirrels or possums or, see, it has, see what I did there? It has two doors that open up, and I have a key to this lock, but you can keep it locked. Not that anybody would want to get in there. And then each one of those is a separate cat room. It's like a cat condo. Let's see what's got in here. Let's see. The way to get into the two rooms there is to come from the level down below. And we've had it lined, but linoleum's rolled up. But there's the door, and there's the door back there. And then you can still go up, and it has a penthouse. And so, even though this was in the shade, I wonder who took that one out. There's a screen gone there. I could open this up, you know, and the cats couldn't pull that. I can't pull that out. But it was really cool. And I just put a cat bed in, you know. I've had several cats have kittens in here that were rescued cats. But this is a nice thing. It's well made, and lots of people that maybe chickens, I don't know. And I don't know why there's a rock in here, a brick. Unless that was to cover, it was something I did, probably so the ones downstairs couldn't come up. Yeah, because it's covered up their entrance. Probably had a couple cats that couldn't get along. But that's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cat rooms. It was not heated or cooled, but it stays pretty cool out here in the woods and with the ventilation. And when you're opposed to living in a gutter or out on the street and you're pregnant, it's pretty nice and pretty cozy. All the food you can eat. Oh, I almost locked that. There's the wire. There's the wire. And even with the tornadoes, recent tornadoes, and them falling on that even, it's still standing on its blocks. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Dang, it's always something. I need to get me some stuff planted right over there. It's just a little too open for me. I come out and do the sunbathing. All the rocks fell down, tumbled down from critters getting in them. There's Sharpies in here. Low battery. Can you believe that? And it's 20%. Where's Bob now? Sheila, I'm just out in the backyard looking at this pond that still holds water, and it's grown over with poison ivy and stuff. But I think if I get a rake and a weed eater, and I probably don't really want to pull most of those leaves out of there. The leaves are thick. You can see the leaves in it from here. So there's a bundle of them, but I could bring the wheelbarrow out here and bring out a bucket of them at a time and put them in the wheelbarrow. Boy, I hate to throw that stuff away. That's great stuff. I might do like Father Fish and sell a bag of those rotten leaves online. That's not what he does, but look at my Isaiah. There's no way I can pull that tree off that. No way. Oh. I've got a little saw that's a chainsaw, but it's electric. So I'll bring it out here and cut this up into several pieces. I used to have a wood pile right there between those two trees, and I had it hauled off because I thought it was like snaky-like, but snakes don't really concern me these days. And I can cut the pieces and stack them right there till I can haul them off or get somebody to. Yep. That is has bloomed out. Oh, it broke it down too. Sure did. The red one, and then there's the white one. Well, that'll be a good project. I think this retakes my title for rambling. Not that I've ever thought that I lost it. This was a tree somebody threw away. Got it out of a dumpster. I love these. They're Canadian hemlocks. Or that's what they're sold as. And it was a little bitty thing. I bet it's been there 8 or 10 years. It's doing great. I see the trees falling. It broke it too. These are flowers, but I can't remember what they are. I had a hedge of them here along the deck. See how well that deck's made? It's sitting on the anchor stones and stuff. It's not going anywhere. No nails, it's all bolts. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. That pond's not going anywhere. But yeah, that plant spread all down the side and down the hill here. I can't remember the kind of flower it's called. And those are lilac or althea bushes, trees. They don't get real big. And there's 3 or 4 colors there. There's like white and pink and purple. But the storms have really done a number on them. This is so exciting. Quicksand. Lots of moss. This little mossy trail was here when I bought the house, and I've always kept it cleared and kept it open. I like it. It's another Canadian hemlock that I actually put in. It was healthy and it's gotten big. I love those things. Oh, what's for supper, Pam? Phew, I'd love to have some pinto beans with sliced onion and sliced tomato. Yep. I couldn't find one single light bulb to match that one. And then I couldn't find any 2 to match, so I've just got one porch light right now. Gotta get my pots planted, bushes trimmed. There's somebody walking. Oh, riding their bikes. That's what I need to do, is get that bike in the garage out there. There's some big wheels on that bike. There's my other hemlock, another one. I planted that. Well, actually, a friend planted it for me, but I love those guys. They never seem to send up any little from. They have some nice cones. Talk about, what do you call it? Tin and stuff. My azaleas are trying to grow. I lost one right there. These are going to be blooming pink. Well, I guess they are blooming. Trying to give Candy enough green. A lot of green. If I get around here and I lock that kitchen garage door, I'm not going to be happy. Because I have to walk more and I don't need any exercise. That's one of the trees that it wasn't the tornado that took the tub, but it was another one, not this most recent, but that did that. And a lot of the other trees that are down that you see laying back in the woods there. But it took that one down, and it's still alive. Look at all the leaves that came out, maple leaves down on the ground. They got down on my flying dragons. Dragon Lair knows the real name for those, but I've got a hedge of those around here. And they got down on it, but they'll come back through there. So I don't want to cut it down. It's still alive. I don't know how, but it is. The sound of silence out here. See you, John. Sharpies. Don't chew the leaves. Oh, maybe that's what's been wrong. See, another reason I like that is you don't have to worry about people creeping around in your woods. And these are just babies. They get twice that. Yep. They have pretty blooms, and then they have the fruit on them too. That's how all these are down here. The fruit rode down from the big one that we walked under. It's Jessica. Oh, Jessica. Hey, Jessica. We've been around the world today. We've been everywhere. Got a copyright strike. What else? Back home now. Just walking and talking. It's just showing you how slow and boring YouTube is right now. Trying to be quiet and hear the birds. Yeah, that poor tree didn't make it. That one I'm going to have to get cut away, but I'm scared of those things. All of that from tornado. Get all of them bent where the wind went through. Right by my house. Right behind it and beside it. Pine trees are down up there. You can see them laying on the ground and cut up. There's one up the hill. But there used to be, and there's some of them bent up there. Some of those great big ones. All crooked. Used to have vultures come every night and roost in the pine trees up there. Lots of them, dozens of them. And I was saying something about that. The vultures were coming for me. And see over there on the other side, you can see pines up there. Those are pines in the sun. But then that house was built way up behind me, so their driveway goes around my property there. So that took some of the pines out. So they started roosting on this side, on the bigger part of the thicket. But somebody said it was because the pine trees don't have ticks and other bugs like that on it that would bother them. So I don't know. I don't know. Makes sense. If I was a tick, I wouldn't want to be on a pine tree, I guess. There's one that's still standing. There's one. But yeah, it would be cool to be out here walking the dogs and just, 40 or 50 feet, whatever that is, away up, look up and see those huge birds jostling for a place to roost. Man, I wish it stayed like this all the time, the birds. It was like this years and years ago. Pam, you probably remember. No kidding, you probably remember this. Used to be birds everywhere all the time. And it's just like this now. Most of these will keep migrating on through. So, muscadine vine, wild grapevine. Don't eat those either. Oh, garage door's down. Garage door's down. So that means I'm gonna either have to go through there, through those briars, or go all the way back around and climb up on the deck. I'd rather go through the briars than climbing up. There's Toby. Oh, I know. Well, the name of my street, as you know, Pam, is Whippoorwill. And we used to hear the whippoorwills, 1, 2, 3 houses that I can see from my house. I could only see 2 houses from here when I first moved here. Now I can see 5. But, yeah, across the street and behind me and beside me, there were no houses. So, oh, Toby's passie's missing. He had a pacifier that was his toy, and I'd always say, "Get your passie," and he'd go get it. And gate's unlocked for some reason. And bring it, and then it got chewed in two. And he would bring the handle part. So half of it's with him down there, and half of it's supposed to be on his grave. But it isn't. I might have picked it up. Who knows? Crazy. Oh, hang on, guys. Don't you fall off there now. Okay. Whew. This is where I always see that king snake when I see it. Oh, I bet he's under that piece of wood right there. I'm not afraid of him. I just don't want to see him. Yeah, he can stay under there. There's a big piece of plywood there. I can't remember why I had that over here. But he can stay under there. Oh. Whew. Oh, I forgot about that. Used to have, they were brightly painted like lizards or frogs or things. And I used to have those. I think one of the kids took them over to the Ark. They're at the Ark too. There's one I missed. I hear music. Well, just for that, I'm going to sing. Yesterday, when I was young. Well, how about I just set this down and go on in and find me something to eat. And you can hear the birds. Used to keep this all plushed out, really nice grass. Hadn't even been raked in a couple of years. I gave my push mower to the Ark and got that riding mower, but I think I can get it in here. Got to repair the fence. I don't know where that music's coming from, but can y'all hear that? No, it's really music. It's not, and it's not that big house either that you can kind of see the eaves on and stuff through there. Of course, I can see that house perfectly when the leaves are off. It's a house that's been here a long time down there in that holler. The road winds around and their house is back there. Probably somebody out at their pool or washing their car or something. It's not loud. Oh, no, I don't hear anything. Okay. couldn't hear a thing. That wasn't Charlie Daniels. Look at all the berries for the birds come winter. I think I need to trim my hedge back. There's a window back there somewhere. Yeah, be careful, brother, at Kaler's Aquatics. I thought you were my sister talking to me for a minute, Chewy, because she calls me brother. Now here's where the mint, if anybody knows their plants, here's where the mint was up here. And so it's gone down the hill and started, but I forget what. Now that's probably catnip right there. Yeah, that one's catnip. So that's the catnip. And that's the mint that's growing all down the hill. I love those little mosses. I have them around front. I stole that from my sister. You just throw it out on the ground and it grows. It blooms are real pretty yellow. I need to get somebody out here to help me clean this up a little bit. Some more moss. Catnip. Oh, this chair's still in good shape. There were trees all down in here after the second tornado. That's what broke through the fence and broke down my chair. Oh. Look at that. I think that's a tulip poplar. Fell out of one of the trees up real tall, or maybe it's a sweet gum. I'm not sure. But it is native. I could tack that up right there. Find that board and fix it, and that section would be fixed. Dragon, there's another one of those flying dragons. This is what I was trying to avoid walking through. Yeah, and it'll stay like this. My allergies are not too bad yet, but usually by this time, I can't even walk around like this. I sneeze and eyes swell and I itch. And now that stuff is real nice. That's growing between those, there's stepping stones there. I mean, manufactured ones, but can't hardly see them. But I love that stuff. There's another piece of it. If I tried to take it up and pot it, it would probably kill it. I used to have a big bush of that, tulip poplar. Is that what I said? One of them? I was thinking that. I've got a sickle. I just thought about that. I could sickle that over there and not even have to mow it. Leave the flowers. Yeah. The dogs like to run around out here. I just have to watch Yazzie because he can go right through the bottom. That's why I had that wood over there, because I sit on the porch and I couldn't watch him if he went around the corner back there. So I had that wood across there so he couldn't sneak out. That's what it was. Exploring. It's like exploring, I'll tell you. Here's another one of those tulip poplar pieces. Dang. I wish I could find some more of that red. That one doesn't look that good either. That's a beautiful plant. Can't remember what it's called. And I can't remember where I had it planted out here now. It must have been in this area. What are the purple flowers? Echinacea. I've got echinacea out here. I've got all kinds of, hey Nathan, I've got all kinds of perennials out here. There's the original mint bush right there. That's it. So all of that's gone down the hill, which is nice. God, those need to be cut down. All right. Perilla. The red one. The purple one. Cool. I had the guy that used to help me with my yard work and stuff. He doesn't do that anymore, but when I worked full-time out of town, you know, I didn't have the time anyway. I enjoyed it, and volunteering at the art. But anyway, I had a helper, and I asked him to put me a gate across here, and that's what he did. Double the height it should be. Oh, of course, I could use my little saw and cut it off, couldn't I? Sure, I could cut it off there. I might do that. All right, guys. We've hung out for a long, long time, and I'm sure this has been boring as hell for a lot of people, but I never shut up, so it kind of talked me down for a few minutes. Thank you, Candy. Yeah, I've got to see what I've got in here. Some chicken strips or something. I got another spell like that. There's my little cat. I had her over at the Ark. She was one of those weather, how many inches it rained. Had a little gauge on there. It's gone. Broke off. Used to smoke when I first moved here. Don't inject yourself with household cleaners. Don't inject yourself with household cleaners. Oh, Pam. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later, I'm sure. Who comes on tonight? Who's on tonight? What is today? Friday? Nobody's on Friday. No, I don't come on. Oh, I thought you said you do, Bob. Look at my email. Yeah, I've got to click. I didn't open the thing because I was on my phone. That's right. Lucas said 9:30. And then Jason's on, right? Yep, then Jason. Prilla, redfish, bluefish. Yep. All right. Now I don't have to look at the schedule. Dharma, what are you up to? That's the box I got from Dan. I still need to... something everywhere. All right, Tibby. Uh-huh. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you later. I'm out of here.